everyone and welcome back to another video. This is going to be on basically my Osprey carrier setup, as well as a few updates as to why I have not been uploading too much, and just kind of about what I'm doing as well as what the channel will end up with. So let's get straight onto it. I'm not going to fiddle around. Here is my Osprey Mark IV. These are very heavy, cumbersome vests, and I have decided to make an upgrade. It's kind of a quality of life thing, but I have added quick release tubes. They're not fuss beer, they are Krydex replicas, but they're still very strong. It more than likely won't be permanent, just because it kind of messes with the balance of the vest. Just because of what I carry, it weighs the sides down because the entire cummerbund isn't secured. It's 2 points of the cummerbund, and these quick release tubes are mainly made for plate carriers, not assault vests. The Osprey is an assault vest. But yeah, it works well enough for what I want it to, because I don't like undoing the ops panel, undoing the cummerbund, sliding in. You know how a plate carrier works in a vest. Let's get this on. But yeah, I'm pretty sure you can see this. There we go. And that's it. We're on. Vests all on. Everything's cool and good. So what I'm going to do is I will grab my helmet and stuff, and we can see the entire kit from there. Alright, so I'm going to stick on my real Peltor XPIs. These are amazing. I'm waiting on a drop down kit for mine so that I can actually attach it to a radio. Otherwise these are just hearing defenders for now. So yeah, Flux helmet and stuff, very good. I don't get people who complain harder, full cut bad with comms. Just takes a little bit longer to put on than having it strapped to your helmet constantly. But it works extremely well. There is no pressure in my head from the headband. The headband fits perfectly, and I've not even had to adjust it out of the box. So yeah, I'll run you through my actual setup. So 3 single stack Osprey S80 pouches will fit Stanag, of course, because it does use Stanag. 2 pistol mag pouches. My admin panel. My admin panel has the Kabul Security Force and the Royal Regiment of Scotland patch. I've also got here IR, orange/red chem light. 3 pens, 2 of them are standard, one of them's kind of like liquid marker. Got my Gerber. Not entirely sure which model it is, but it's a very, very nice multi-tool. Then I have my Bowman PRR, or EZ-PRR. Mine is specifically the EZ-PRR, which is the encrypted version, but you can also call it the PRC343 or the Celex H4855. These are made by a multitude of companies, Marconi, Celex. If I remember right, mine is Celex. There's another company, I can't remember their name though. I've got the smaller antenna, getting a bigger one in soon, it's about a year long. Mine is the data link / GPS cable one. So I have the GPS one and the Combat Net radio adapter, which is for Klansmen, but that's in there. I'll be getting some very interesting stuff in on this, and you'll be able to see that when it comes in. I'll do a video on that. I also have my Osprey, not the Osprey, the Thales shoulder mic. If I remember correctly, it's called the Urban Combat shoulder mic. I was reading through a Thales brochure and that was the name of the actual mic. And a thank you to Moulage, who actually sold me this. Very appreciative of it, because Thales is my favourite comms company, Olam Harris. Then we've also got the TRI, the TRI BRC152A. Very, very lovely radio. I'm going to have a lot of plans for this. I'm waiting on radio pouches currently, that's why it's in a double stack pouch. Wouldn't normally be in there, but I'm keeping it there just for until I get them, and it's the only pouch that will take a radio on this vest. Then I've got utility pouch, water bottle pouch, medical pouch, and what you see here, this is the Bowman Combat Net radio handset. It's literally just an M80-U with the Bowman microphone, so it's very, very easy to use. Yeah, I can't really explain more than that, but that will always be in my back once I've got the second radio for other people to use. I'll have a splitter pin so that I can have dual comms, but this will be for someone else to use. So I'm just going to find somewhere to whack this, if I can. There we go, that's fine. But yeah, that's kind of my Osprey setup. Also, MTP camelback, I've got it running through, as you can see, the left side, comes through the molly on my vest, under my throat, into my throat protector here, which means very easily I can get a drink. Then if I need to tuck it out of the way, kind of tuck it into the shoulder, and it won't impede any aiming for this part. So yeah, kind of the Osprey setup done. What I would like to talk about now is just an update to the channel, what will be happening. So recently there's been a hell of a lot of drama within the gas mask collecting community. People are just kind of making shit up around certain people, demonising them for no reason. You've also got people who are going out of their way to ruin things for other people, and it's all down to a certain someone who's also a user on this platform. Their videos are utter shite. They try too hard, they've got sausage fingers and they're touching stuff. It's kind of pedo hands. Then again, they are actually a paedophile, so audio's terrible. It sounds like they're in a bin, trash can, and we're just haven't talked to them for a few months. Yeah, they're a narcissistic sociopath. Constantly up talking themselves. They will not talk about anything other than themselves, and you need to name everything after themselves, which is kind of sad. I don't know if that's Michigan lead water, but yeah, I'd seriously suggest you stop drinking your tap water, buddy. There's also, I've had the issue of some Dutch paedophile and his little Estonian lapdog. Number one, trying to dox me. Number two, trying to use my email for things. So yeah, gas mask community is quite wacky, so I've decided before any other issues arise, I'm going to distance myself a fair bit. It doesn't mean I'm going to stop doing YouTube. No one's really pressured me into anything. I've just kind of felt it necessary to pull out and kind of keep to gear communities that I'm actually interested in and I've got friends in, because as many people actually still do like me in the places that I'm not in anymore. I've actually had people ask me, like actually find me on Reddit, message me asking for stuff, and then find me in Discord. Now unfortunately, because of the way I've been demonised by certain people, I'm no longer helping anyone. If I get information that you need, I'm awfully sorry. I know it's petty, but yeah, I'm ultimately very sorry. I can't just kind of tit for tat. You're going to do that, I'll do this. But yeah, I will leave an invite to a really, really good server, which is called the GWOT Hub, Global War and Terror Hub. It's kind of one of the only servers in its kind in terms of global war on terror. There's obviously military uniform servers and shit, stuff like that. But it's a very nice server. It's run by a personal friend of mine, who I'm expecting a package from. But yeah, coming out of the gas mask collecting community, I've been kind of around the Discord community for about 4 years now, and you know, suddenly being out of that and looking in on it, you really see how toxic it is, and it's very ironic because they collect protective equipment for, you know, toxic environments, IDLH, and they're all just toxic scumbags. A fair amount of them have got fucking huge, like, overwhelming mental issues, and I just don't know how some of them can function. And there's obviously really, really great people, such as Duke, Moulage, you know, people like that. who I've got a lot of respect for in terms of like research, what they do. It's just sometimes people need to kind of up their attitude a wee bit. But you know, I understand if, you know, that's not a thing. Just because of some people's circumstances and shit like that. I totally understand that. But then you've kind of just got like the overall issue of kind of the weapons and stuff. Shilling, it's like paid Discord, doesn't exactly know what he's talking about half the time. But fucking just the gas mask collecting community, it's a very small minority that ruin it. So yeah, kind of just going to absolutely stay away from that. Doesn't mean I'm going to stop collecting. I'm always going to kind of collect, but I'm nearing the end of what I want. I'm going to be the only person in Western Europe, from my knowledge, of the PMK4 soon. So yeah, you can expect a review on that. You'll also be able to expect a review on a hell of a lot of other things, because now that I've got the PLC, I can do reviews on my comms gear, which there'll be a hell of a lot of. There'll be a lot of custom comms gear and very, very interesting CBRN related comms. And I'll be doing a series explaining gas mask integration with communications devices. However, that will be a long way down the road, as I do need a second radio, because this just will not transmit to a biofang. Or it will, but it's just, there's a hell of a lot of feedback off this. I don't know if it's got to do with the squelch on ELO radio, I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, I'd rather just get another one of these so that they can transmit perfectly between each other and there's no issues. This I can't really exactly test because these are encrypted and they're only for the 16 channels that they're on whichever band you need to select. So I can't really test this. I can test the gear for it by getting an adapter, which is totally fine, I'll do that. Kinda anything for the channel I'll try and get, so we can make things interesting for you guys. As I'm kinda all about viewer enjoyment, I'm not, you know, that's why I don't shill, like anything that I don't ask people to donate. Like, I work a full-time job like a real man. I don't sit around thinking about doing videos, I actually work, and I earn a fairly good wage, so I'll just keep going up the more I learn, which is great. But yeah, I will do anything that I can to improve this channel in terms of content and stuff. So when I do move, I'll be getting a softbox so that we don't have this issue where lighting changes and the entire room ends up dark. Now unfortunately the room's going to be grey again, so it sucks in light, but softbox will help with that. But I think grey is just kind of a nice neutral plain background, rather than white, because if you're on a white background it kind of looks like you've not put any effort into your room. And you know, once I actually move, I'll do a room tour and shit, and you can see kind of my collection, stuff like that. And then once I actually get my UCARA licence and start getting my own airsoft rifles in, we'll be doing videos on that and kits. This kit is basically until I get the Virtus Fest. I'll also be getting custom patches and shit done, so don't worry about that, you'll find that interesting. But it's kind of just basically a Scottish National Defence Force kit, like like a theoretical Scottish National Defence Force if we get independent, which we will, because we're in the majority now. It's 54% to like something. So yeah, it looks like we're in the majority currently, and Scotland's doing the best out of the UK in COVID, so thanks Nicola, fuck you Boris. But yeah, just the actual admin panel is based off a setup of some Scottish Royal Regiment of Scotland soldiers in Afghanistan in the KSF, but I can't exactly set my vest up like theirs because I can't see much of it. But yeah, you can expect a lot of really, really cool videos. Just based on, you know, masks, military gear, comms gear. So without any further ado, I'm going to end it there, and this is kind of a final message. I don't have any issues with anyone unless they bring up an issue with me. So if you don't bother me, I won't have an issue with you. If you don't start shit with me, I won't have an issue with you. There's certain people who have, and I don't take very lightly to that, because as I said before, they're a lying sociopath, pedo bastard. So yeah, they've also kind of went out of their way to ruin stuff for other people, getting groups of people who have done nothing banned from servers that they have nothing to do with, and then moaning to try and get into an admin position, which is quite sad, and it does show that they're a narcissistic sociopath. First thing that they do as soon as they're in a server, start asking for admin power. Yeah, there's a big mental issue happening there. I don't know if it's got to do with fucking Michigan's lead water issue, or just kind of, you know, like a fair percentage of Americans being absolute fucking crackpots and no normal people. But that's a video for another day. So, as said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll leave it there. I'll see you in the next one.